Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be adding more clarity to the Joan Garcia operation. We're later going to be talking about Ansu Fati potentially going to Monaco and FC Barcelona wanting to renew Marc Casadó for more years. It's going to be very exciting. I hope you guys do enjoy this one. And so let's talk about the big news. Let's talk about Joan Garcia, a goalkeeper that has been highly rated by many Barcelona fans. And here's the thing. It's a very tricky situation for Joan Laporta, Deco, Hansi Flick, and Ter Stegen. And the reason why is because we do not know what's going to be the future of Ter Stegen. Does Ter Stegen want to continue? How does Barcelona view Ter Stegen? What about Szczesny? Does Szczesny want to continue? They offered him a renewal. Like, Barcelona's plan is very clear right now, and that is what they want is to renew Szczesny for one more season, keep Ter Stegen for another season, and then going into the summer of 2026, knowing that they have bought the player, which is Joan Garcia, they're going to be officially just loaning him out until the summer of 2026. So you buy the player now, loan him to Valencia until the summer of 2026, and that's it. That's what Barcelona ideally want. But Joan Garcia has a different plan. Joan Garcia is like, no, I want guaranteed minutes. I want to go to my next club and play consistent minutes. And, you know, that's a problem because Barcelona do see Joan Garcia as the future #1 goalkeeper because they see him as talented, reasonably priced, and a long-term successor for Ter Stegen. Valencia's okay. Valencia, their stance is like, yeah, we're fine. Like, whatever Barcelona, like, whatever you guys want to do, it's fine. If you guys want to loan him out to us, we'll take him. No problem. They're open to this loan deal. They want to have Garcia because they highly do rate Garcia as well. But like I've said, everything does go down to Joan Garcia and what he wants for his future. He's not keen on joining Barcelona right now. That's the thing. It's a little difficult. Barcelona have not even approached Joan Garcia. And Joan Garcia recently told Espanyol that if he were to move, he wants to go to the Premier League. Now, he has not rejected FC Barcelona officially yet. Like, we have not seen Barcelona place a bid in the first place. So that doesn't exist. It's just that he just simply told Espanyol, hey, I do want to move away. And if I do want to move away, I want to go to the Premier League. And the reason why Joan Garcia can have these type of conversations with Espanyol is because Barcelona have to get themselves settled, because there is no clarity on what Ter Stegen wants to do. Barcelona are having doubts within the club about Ter Stegen's future due to his age, past injuries. And then we have, once again, with Szczesny, we don't know if he's going to be extending. And Joan Garcia wants guaranteed playing time in the next season. But this is the reason why Barcelona are saying, we'll loan you out to Valencia. Like, what's the issue? But Joan Garcia wants to be settled. So you can see that there are so many tensions, so many different opinions. And here's the thing. If Joan Garcia is so keen on going to the Premier League and he does not want to go to FC Barcelona because he does not like the plan of being loaned out to Valencia, if he really wants to go over there, bro, you're gonna tell me that you want to go to a team like Liverpool or City or Arsenal? Do you not know that those clubs have elite goalkeepers? So if you were to go, bro, you're gonna be a backup. You're not gonna be seeing the consistent minutes that you want, that you're demanding right now to your agents. So if you go to the Premier League, it's over. It is over. If you go to Liverpool, City, or Arsenal, you're not going to make it. They have elite goalkeepers. I'm not saying that you're not going to make it because you're trash, but because Liverpool, and City, and Arsenal, they're very set on who their #1 goalkeeper is. And that goes against to what you're saying, Joan Garcia, right? So unless you want to go to a mid-table club in the Premier League, but I don't understand, right? Like, where's the ambition? Do you not want to play Champions League football? Do you not want to win more titles? Because that is just what every goalkeeper wants, obviously. And I know that Joan Garcia wants to make it into the Spanish national team as well. And he did not even get called up for the Nations League that's coming up in about 3 weeks. Have you guys not seen the squad list? The Spanish national team, De La Fuente, the goalkeeper, De La Fuente, the coach, did not ask for Joan Garcia's services. And so there's a problem there. I believe that if you want your best chances to, like, really succeed, join a team like FC Barcelona. And I know that right now it's tough to say that because FC Barcelona have to get themselves settled, but it is what it is. I believe that at Barcelona he could start regularly once Barcelona get themselves settled, and they're clear on what's going to happen with Szczesny and Ter Stegen. If Szczesny says no, I do not want to renew, I'm fine, just come in. Joan Garcia, come in. Ter Stegen could be our backup and nothing more. You'll start regularly, and you also get Champions League football. And then you get into a position where the Spanish national team is going to be looking at you and saying, wow, you play well with Barça. You play well with Alejandro Balde. I can see the organization at the back. I need you in my Spanish national team going into the World Cup of 2026. So that could be the avenue. But Once again, Barcelona must settle themselves first, make a bid to Joan Garcia, try to persuade him, and we'll see how we move from there. Now let's talk about Ansu Fati, because it is expected for him to leave FC Barcelona this summer for sure. And the two clubs that are in the race, it is point number 1, AS Monaco, and point number 2, Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea do want Ansu Fati, but Ansu Fati is making it very clear to Jorge Mendes that if he's going to go anywhere outside of FC Barcelona, he wants Monaco. Fernando Polo has claimed that Ansu Fati wants to join Monaco and has already communicated this to his agent, Jorge Mendes. This is the reason why Jorge Mendes was at Barcelona earlier today, is because of two reasons. To finalize Lamine Yamal's renewal, but most importantly, to meet with Ansu Fati to decide the next steps regarding the offers for Monaco and Chelsea. And nothing more, right? I think that we could all come to a conclusion that Ansu Fati has no place in this Barcelona team. I'm sorry, but bro, like, if we're going to be having Luis Diaz and Rafinha on the left, there's just no way. Like, Ansu Fati needs to have the explosiveness, the eagerness to score goals, provide a dribbling technique. If not, be that player that can run behind the defensive line when you have those long balls going to you. But he does not have those explosiveness moments. He does not have the dribbling power. He has lost a lot of things, and I think that because you have lost so much in your arsenal, you're gonna have to move. You're gonna have to move away. Now, what's very unclear right now is what Barcelona want to do with Ansu in terms of control. Like, do they want to loan him out to Monaco and then bring him back in the summer of 2026 with an option to buy for Monaco, or do they want to sell him outright to Monaco and then have a buyback clause of 25 million euros, right? And with a sell-on clause, if included, of maybe 40 million euros, with Barcelona getting 50% of the sale. So like that's those little details only Jorge Mendes knows right now. So we'll see. But for sure, he is going to be leaving FC Barcelona, and it is 90% certain that that next team is going to be Monaco. Now moving on towards the last conversation, and I do want to speak about Marc Casadó, because we do have some great news. Marc Casadó is going to be renewing with FC Barcelona until 2030. It has been said, according to Sport, that the agreement is nearly finalized and is expected to be official before preseason begins, or even in the coming days if it all does go smoothly. So I think that we all saw this coming. Marc Casadó does deserve this renewal, because with the way that he has performed in those first 7 months especially has been amazing. At 21 years old, Marc Casadó has had a breakout season under Hansi Flick, and he has proved himself to be reliable, versatile midfielder, despite tough competition and injury setbacks, like going up against Frankie, going up against Pedri, going up against Joan Garcia. Marc Casadó always fought for his positions when he had the chance. He is primarily a defensive midfielder. We know that he can play on the right back position and also as a center back when needed. But his main position, it is the defensive midfield position. And next season, for sure, he's going to have to compete against Gavi. He's going to have to compete against Frankie, Bernal, and Pedri. But it does seem almost impossible to try and take away Pedri's position at this point. But the other spots, like with going up against Gavi, Frankie, Bernal, it's going to be very interesting to see who rises on top. Obviously, no matter what, Casadó is going to be here, right? Because you just never know what could happen to Frankie. You never know what could happen to Gavi. They might sustain a long-term injury next season. I hope they don't, but it is always good to have 4 to 5 options behind one specific position. And of course, you know, like if there is any concerns about Frankie or Gavi not having enough minutes, or Bernal or Casadó not having enough minutes, we can always place, let's say, Frankie or Gavi in the number 10 position when we need to rotate. So there is always going to be enough minutes for everybody. And I believe that Marc Casadó, once again, he does deserve it, because in La Liga, he played 23 matches. That is 16 minutes played, with 1 goal and 3 assists, 2 yellow cards. In the Champions League, he featured in 10 matches, a total of 632 minutes with 2 assists. And then in the Supercopa, 2 matches played, 1 assist, 173 minutes. Copa del Rey, 1 game played, no assist, no goals, but 26 minutes played. So he could not really provide a lot. All in all, 36 matches played, 1 goal and 6 assists as a defensive midfielder. And to me, that is really, really good. So on average, in La Liga, he averaged like 70 minutes per match. And in the Champions League, it was 63 minutes per match. It does reflect his current role at Barcelona under Hansi, is the fact that, you know, he's sometimes a starter and sometimes he's playing the substitute role to come in later in the game. I believe that one of his best performances has been in the win over Real Sociedad, where Barcelona won 4-0. He was key to that performance. And then we moved on towards the next one on September 19th, 2024. I think that match against Monaco, it was the first Champions League start for him. He assisted Lamine Yamal's goal with 65 touches, and he was one of the best performers in that match against Monaco. Unfortunately, we played with 10 men. He played 80 minutes, but he was one of those 10 men, and he was amazing. He was one of the reasons why Barcelona fought against Monaco well with 10 men, like having one man down. Casado provided so much energy. And Hansi Flick even praised him after that game. It was very early in the season, back on September, and he said that he gave more than 100%. And Flick even compared him to Joshua Kimmich. And I think that that does reflect the belief from Hansi that he does see Casado as a long-term potential player. Other notable matches that I could probably think of is maybe the match against Getafe. That was also a really good game for him. 79 touches, 60 out of 65 passes were completed, 3 out of 3 long balls, 1 chance was created, 7 duels won. Amazing. You also have that game against Bayern Munich where he provided that amazing assist to Lewandowski. There was also another game in La Liga where he played against Valencia. 80 touches, 52 out of 62 passes were completed, 5 out of 5 long balls completed, 11 final third passes, 2 chances created. And then there was also this other game in the Champions League against Red Star where he had 121 touches. That is insane. 121 touches. In the game, 97 out of 107 passes were completed. 2 tackles were won, which was the highest on the pitch. So it does show his capacity to dictate tempo, to have a lot of pass reliability under pressure, and defend effectively. Like I've said, Hansi Flick really does praise Marc Casadó. He's a big believer in the player, and nothing more. I think that his renewal is very much mandatory. Marc Casadó has shown this season that he has breakthrough power, resilience, and a lot of recognition in his game. You place him, you're for sure going to be saying Marc Casadó was one of the best players on this night. So congratulations to him and this phenomenal season that he has had. He is for sure a long-term asset for FC Barcelona, and I wish him a lot of luck once he does extend with our club. So that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.